Holiday kicks to Dunn. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Russell Westbrook. And you love to watch the players attack the rack. Everybody does. Smitty, who do you think are some of the best slashers right now in the NBA?
I think DeMar DeRozan, he does a great job of playing without the basketball. You see LeBron James, he has it in his hands, but when Kyrie has it, you see he slashes. Antetokounmpo, Andrew Wiggins. Those are some of the guys that are the best in the business without the basketball.
Fun to watch him, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Mirotic. And the second free throw, good. Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
So for the Bulls, Paul Zipser, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And it's Jaron Grant in for Chris Dunn. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Alex Abrinas comes in for Andre Robertson. Markkanen, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Abrinas. Westbrook kicks to Abrinas. No good on the 3. The Bulls shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Passes it to Zips. Westbrook against Grant. Down low. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying their best to put this one away.
You sense the game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is your very best at that moment.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Bean passes to Zips. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Markkanen dishes to Grant.
I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
The Bulls have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And the first one drops.
Man, they are just living at the line.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Grant comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Well, this Bulls team, the definition of mediocre last season, finished a 41-41 record. They decided it was time to trade away Jimmy Butler and go young.
Here's Kristen, and it's off from three-point range. Stolen by Grant. Here's Abrinas, guarded by Levine. And George kicks to Patterson. Chicago grabs the miss. And for the Bulls, some felt they didn't get enough back in return for Jimmy Butler from Minnesota. Smitty, what's your take on that?
Well, the Bulls got younger. They got some shooting, which they really needed. Ask me in a few years after we see how these young fellas develop.
And Chicago has possession following Patrick Patterson's three-point attempt. Nice shot by Portis.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's George. Pass to Kristen. Back to George. Clock at 6 for the 3. The rebound by Zipser.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
George with no one around drains the three-pointer. George has got 8 points. The Bulls leading by 6. Right side Levine puts it up from 12. Again, Levine missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Over to the left wing. Stolen by Grant. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Stolen by Grant. Pass to Zipser to the middle. And stolen by Patterson. Left side, George. He can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Win one, lose one. This might be the case again for both teams this coming season.
Zipser misses the layup.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
No good from Grant.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
For Chicago, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. There's Kristen. He's covered by Grant. Patterson a screen on Grant. And Kristen kicks to George. 4 on the clock. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Levine. That shot no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bulls lead by 5. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And power forward Patrick Patterson. Getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a...
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Cleaning the glass, I mean, right from the jump, and that really helped them to set the tone.
What you have to do is establish a physical presence early. And aggressiveness their opponent has failed to match.
They've got Portis. Grant is out there with Zach Levine. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Zipser in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Adams, he's checked in for Paul George. The Bulls leading by 5.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
And the call will be against Alex Abrinas. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Justin Holiday's checked in for the Bulls. There's the pick. Here's Zipser. Here's Markkanen. And Adams sends it back. They get it back. Holiday, no one around him. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Kristen. His 3-pointers off the mark. And to many, the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a two-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go.
And so here is Oklahoma City, the Bulls getting the bucket, and Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Chicago making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Markkanen. Mirotic comes in for Paul Zipser, and it's done in for Grant. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And Kristen kicks to Robertson. Screen by Adams, off the screen. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Holiday, the pass to Dunn. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Adams with the screen on Holiday. Here's Robertson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Chicago leading by 9. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Portis kicks to Dunn. Five on the clock. The kick out to Lopez. Here's Holiday. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Over to the wing. There's Kristen with some arc, and that one drops for him. Adams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Out to the right wing. There's the dish to Dunn. Holiday, the pass to Dunn. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Second shot opportunity to the left side wing. Shoots over Grant. And he overshot that one, missing.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight. And they continue to control the glass.
It's stolen by Adams. Grant against Mirotic. Grant kicks to Robertson, and Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that 3rd foul this early.
Anthony's checked in for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook comes in for Krista. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And pretty much every NBA player grew up playing multiple sports. Smitty, which other sports did you play as a kid growing up? And did you think maybe that would have helped you playing basketball later on?
You know, Kevin, I tried football, and it definitely helped me in basketball because I said, no, this is not for me. So let me put all my emphasis in basketball. Taking those hits, I just wasn't built for that. And after that, I ran cross country because you had to do 2 sports in my high school to be able to play 1. I didn't like that either, but I think cross country really helped me with basketball.
But I can see where a lot of other sports could help with footwork and hand-eye coordination and right on down the line.
Yeah, soccer I think is number 1. I watched Tony Parker, the way his movement playing soccer. My son right now is playing soccer, Akeem Olajuwon. I think that's the sport that coincides the best with basketball.
I would agree. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 5. Westbrook with it. Screen by Adams. Westbrook dishes to Patterson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Patterson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The perimeter shooting of Mirotic, a huge staple of his game that he utilizes so well when he's in rhythm.
Here's Anthony. Chicago grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Puts one up from 19. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Robertson has it in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Now here is Holiday. Portis kicks to Lopez. And Adams sends it back. The pass to Patterson. The 15-footer, good. Patterson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And the Thunder making a switch here. George is checked in. Paul George with the steal. And George with the stuff.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Portis following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Dunn. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
And they take the lead. Westbrook's got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Holiday with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Mirotic. And again, Chicago. No good. Westbrook passes to Carmelo. Outside Westbrook. Over Dunn. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Markkanen, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Paul Zipser comes in for Mirotic. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Justin Holiday. Now here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dunn kicks to Zipser. Right side George. The wing jumper off target. Now Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Zipser. He's got 6. On the wing, LaVine. Covered by Anthony. It's stolen by Anthony. The 11-footer. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's LaVine. He has 5. Feeds to Lopez. And the Bulls with another miss.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Got that one up quick. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Here's LaVine. And the jam by LaVine.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. The Thunder leading by 5. You know, you think about the way the Bulls ended their season last year, snuck into the playoffs as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. And in fact, Smitty, they jumped off to a 2-0 series lead, but then the reverse sweep happens to them.
Yeah, it did. Hard to say how deep they could have gone if they stayed healthy, but they almost put those Cinderella slippers on as an 8th seed. Losing Rondo, it hurt. This team just never looked the same in that series.
And the Thunder making a change here. Abrinas is checked in. And it seems these players are getting more and more athletic, Steve. So much of that is modern conditioning, core strength, off-season workouts, things that probably didn't happen when you were playing, but just because of science have developed now. What did you do that helped you out the most, and maybe some things you wish you had done?
Well, you look at my body, Kevin. Yes, it didn't help me. I was this skinny rail guy. We had a bench press and we squatted. But guys right now are having more talking about core strength, yoga, Pilates. I mean, they're doing so much that it's totally different. I wish I would have been a guy who spent more time on his body versus my game, because it means a lot to be able to have that core strength. But I didn't think beach muscles, you really needed it to play the game of basketball. Guys right now, it's their entire body, and it's also their entire way they recover from the games of basketball. And I think that's what I wish I'd have worked on better.
That word you just said, recover. The recovery process, I think, is even more scientifically advanced now than it was when you played, correct?
Yes. And Kevin, example for me, I just iced my knees. Guys now have hyperbaric chambers that they use, and a lot of guys have them in their homes.
Now, here's Grant. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Zipser. He's got 6. For Chicago, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the first one at the line is good. Chris Dunn's checked in for the Thunder. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot, and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm. Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Thunder. They're up by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Paul George really making a difference here.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was...
The Thunder leading by 7. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Adams is out there with Anthony. And it's George in at the small forward position. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Tries again. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Nice move inside. Has the defender beat, just fails to finish.
Pushing their lead to double digits. George has got 12 points in the game.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
Lopez inside. Adams defending. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City leading by 10. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
And the first one drops. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
Kicks to Dunn. Goes back up. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That was their 4th attempt of this half. They finally got one to go down.
Robin Lopez at the line for the ball. One shot. The Thunder with the lead. Left side, Westbrook. Anthony in the corner. Adams with the screen on Mirotic. Anthony can't hit.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Levine, good.
That's something you can't defend. Zach using his vertical to shoot over the top.
George sets a screen for Westbrook from past the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The feed now to Dunn. Back to Levine. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, thinking back to where Levine was drafted, 13th overall, raised some eyebrows, but it was all about upside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line. And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Outside Westbrook. Overdone. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
On the wing, Levine. He's got 11. They swipe it. Here's Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
Levine, whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Dishes it to Patterson. Good on the triple. Patterson's got 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Dunn kicks to Mirotic. Portis, the pass to Mirotic, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 8.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, reason why they have found their shooting stroke. Their offense is clicking.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3-ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
Mirotic's shot is off.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from 3, and he didn't make it.
And the 3-ball is good.
They were so much better in the first half defensively, fighting over screens, quick rotations. We're seeing none of that right now.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Outside Anthony. Patterson, the screen. Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Here's Roberson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Levine dishes to Holiday. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from George. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Goes up, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
The kick out to Holiday. Back to Levine. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Fires for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Westbrook's got 5 rebounds tonight and finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another unleash chaos moment. Levine kicks to Dunn. Back to Holiday. And Mirotic has it in the corner. And again, no good by Chicago. Oklahoma City has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
You think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
Passes it to Dunn. They need this, and Mirotic has it in the corner. Trains the three-pointer. Mirotic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Sending shockwaves now. That's his 3rd triple of this half, 4th of the game.
Stolen by Levine. He dishes it to Holiday. Patterson against Levine. Pass to Portis. And stolen by Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City running the court in transition. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got 7 points.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Chicago calls timeout. Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotic. Paul Zipser comes in for Levine, and it's Grant in for Dunn. Grant the pass to Portis. It's deflected, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Holiday dishes to Grant. Pass to Portis, shoots over Patterson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Portis has got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls. Patterson, the screen. Here's Chris Dunn. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
There's the pass to Zipser. He kicks to Markkanen. He feeds it to Grant. Shot clock at 6. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
To the left wing, three-pointer. Rebound by the Bulls.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Grant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Chris Dunn. 1:15 left to play in the third. Westbrook kicks to George. Poked away, stolen by Markkanen. It's stolen by Adams. Here's George. Whistle on the play, bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
First free throw is good.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Chicago making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And George drops them both. Here's Grant. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Holiday, the pass to Zipser. The dish to Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. And off target that time from Zipser.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Westbrook kicks to Patterson. It's George on the wing. Outside Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Adams, the pass to Abrinas. That three off the mark. Holiday left side. Over Westbrook. It's off. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Then there's Dunn, and it's Zipser in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Another miss by Westbrook. Bulls trail by 12. Now Dunn passes it to Zipser. Markkanen in the corner. Feeds to Dunn. Chalk up 2 there. Dunn's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Here's Abrinas. Baseline jumper. Westbrook, no good. The Bulls shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Paul George with the steal. Abrinas kicks to George. That free throw good from George. And George drops them both. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Dunn kicks to Zipser. Lopez dishes to Holiday. Back to Lopez. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Pass to Zipser. And it's Dunn in the corner. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Markkanen passes to Holiday. And the Bulls with another miss.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting one in the first.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Free throw no good for Westbrook.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
Zipser kicks to Lopez, and he banks in the layup.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
Outside Westbrook. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup.
Timeout.
Westbrook's got the lead up to 14 now for Oklahoma City.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board, then right back up.
Chicago calls timeout. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Levine's checked in for Paul Zipser. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Eustace is checked in for Nick Collison. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Abrinas. Basket good. And the Thunder lead by 13. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. They set the pick. Lopez right side. Now here's Levine. Defense right on him. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field. Anthony with it. Now defended by Markkanen.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
That free throw good from Anthony. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patterson comes in for Eustace. And it's Andre Robertson in for Alex Abrinas. That one is no good. Bulls trail by 14. Holiday dishes to Dunn. Looking to end his cold spell. That's good from Holiday on the assist from Dunn.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Free throw good, Westbrook. And both free throws good for Westbrook. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Thunder leading by 14. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Yep, that one goes. Westbrook's got 8 points in the quarter.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
The three from George. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 5th assist in this one.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Lopez outside. Holiday the pass to Lopez. And Holiday kicks to Dunn. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the run. And Levine finishes inside.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Patterson the screen. Back to George. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Oklahoma City leading by 17. Patterson, the screen. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Now here's Levine. Tight defense on him. Here's Lopez. Banked in off the glass.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. George dishes to Westbrook. Back to George. The kick out to Westbrook. Beyond the arc. Connects from three-point range. Westbrook's got 30 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Over to the wing. This one for 3. Dunn misses. Oklahoma City's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Westbrook throws it down.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
Well, and each player has their strengths and their weaknesses. Smitty, when you played, what did you feel was your greatest strength as a player, and maybe the one area that held you back a little bit?
I think basketball IQ, being able to shoot the basketball, versatility. And then I think the one thing that held me back, I wish I was more athletic. I really wish I could jump, Kevin, high like a lot of these guys, because I think that gives you an advantage if you have both the IQ, the versatility, and athleticism.
And George kicks to Patterson. Back to George. Out to Anthony. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half, getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit
down low. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
The Thunder leading by 21. Down low. Swiped away. Now here's Dunn. He's covered by Westbrook. And Holiday kicks to Levine. From 10 feet out. And that one goes long. And the dunk by Robertson.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Well, every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. Happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule, or maybe just in a bad part of their development. Smitty, do players notice when this happens, and does it bother them at all?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me when in the Chicago Bulls era. You're hearing people cheering more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
Anthony kicks to George. The feed to Patterson. Back to George. The tray. But they'll get another chance. Kicks it to Westbrook. Lob pass to George. Outside Anthony. Launches a three. Buries it from three-point range. Anthony's got 7 points for the quarter.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Levine throws it down.
Another one for Zach. He has a scorer's mentality. Very dangerous when he gets into rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're leading by 22. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Justin Holiday. Paul Zipser, he's checked in for Levine. And it's Grant in for Dunn. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Anthony. Jeremy Grant comes in for George. Alex Abrinas is checked in for Robertson. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And he knocks down the first one. And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Or are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time, is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
Oklahoma City's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Russell Westbrook.
What you like about his approach at the offensive end today, once he got into a rhythm, he stayed focused. That's why the points just kept coming.
Out to the wing. Collison with a screen on Mirotic. With the floater, Abrinas' shot is off. Chicago with the ball. Here's Markkanen, and Grant sends it back, and he's able to get it back.
And Markkanen is skilled at drawing fouls once he establishes position, uses that height to get the defense to commit.
That free throw good from Markkanen. And he makes both free throws. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice statistic.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Patterson a screen on Grant. And Kristen kicks to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Grant kicks to Zipser. Pass to Portis. Here's Zipser trying his luck deep. Bangs home the trifecta. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kristen. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Russell, obviously you're doing a lot out there. Are there things that you even say, hey, I can do more?
I don't know, but I'm just blessed and happy on the floor with my teammates, having fun.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.